So everybody's claiming that Candace Owens has gone nuts because she's basing things off of what Charlie dreamed of, what she dreamt of, all of these things. But let me tell you something about dreams. They're very real, especially when you get the message and you follow it. Story time. Back in 2020, we all know what hit the world. It starts with a C. Because of the state of the world, I was looking for work, and I'm pretty good at search engine optimization. What that is bringing people up to number one on the Google searches or helping businesses be found on the Google searches. I had a gentleman call me asking me to design his website and optimize it for him, and the target was hospitals and large medical companies that were buying parts and components for ventilators. Those ventilators, we learned later that once somebody went on the ventilator, they were on the ventilator until the end. I began doing research to try to understand exactly what these parts and components were. They were nano filters and nano pieces. The offer that was being made to me financially to promote this and do this was unreal. I would have made lots of money. I wouldn't have had to continue to run my other businesses and do lawn mowing in the summer. I was gonna make a lot of money. But that night, I had a dream. And in that dream, I was told very specifically, I would say by God, by universe, whatever you want to call it, source, something told me, do not get involved in this. It also told me you will be responsible for many things if you get involved with this. At the time, the information regarding the ventilators had not come out. So, I called the guy up the next day. I took it very seriously. Now, I am not a religious person, but I am a spiritual person. And I told the guy, I called him and I said, hey, I can't continue to work on your website. He said, why? And I hesitated because I didn't want to sound crazy, but I felt that he deserved the truth because he was a man of faith. I asked him, I said, are you a man of faith? He said, yes, I am. I said, then I'm going to tell you something that I dreamt. And I said, I was told not to get involved with this. And I highly encourage you not to get involved with this because you will be responsible, just as I would if I continue this, for negative things happening down the line. I was also told that it was wrong to monopolize, to try to make money off of something like this. I advised him on exactly what my dream said. His reaction was, are you serious? He even offered to pay me more money. More. That would have been set. I could have started a retirement fund, all kinds of good stuff. I told him, I'm sorry, sir, but I can't. If you want to start another website for doing something completely else that is not involved in all of this, I am more than happy to help you start that idea. I am more than happy to, start from scratch. We'll redesign. I even offered to just, do the redesign for free since we had already started the other one and we weren't that far in. Because I didn't want to see another soul go down that road. Especially not after I was told. I was commanded. You will not do this. You will not be a part of this. And I want to point out something that's very bizarre, considering everything that's happening, in the whole Middle Eastern countries and all that stuff, and how we're kind of like feeling like we're owned or whatnot. The country that these nano filters were coming from, his source that he had to keep calling to ask for specs and information to pass on to me, was from that small little country in the Middle East that everybody says the chosen people live in, if you're getting what I'm putting down. I've already got strikes on this account, and this is my 4th account, and I'm sure many of you suffered through the same thing where you had like 50,000 followers, 100,000 followers, and bang, they just drop you. It happens. And telling stories like this, you have to be very careful, because the algorithms like to say, it's just a story. It's not misinformation, it's just a story. But that's where the nano filters were coming from. I was told no, I did not do it. And down the road, we found out what was up with the ventilators and how many souls were affected by it. So that's my story. You should take your dreams somewhat seriously, especially when they're that vivid and they come with a message. Anyway, it's higher frequency. Light up the dark.